Muddy Paws' new friends. Ben and his puppy Muddy Paws were best friends. They did everything together, from galloping games to quiet cuddles. But when Ben went to school, Muddy Paws had to stay at home with nobody to play with. Then one day, Ben said, "Come on, Muddy Paws, let's go to school." And Muddy Paws was very excited and pulled on his lead all the way. But they didn't go to Ben's school. They went to puppy school. 2 other puppies came over to say hello. Droopy, a little puppy with big dangly ears, was a little bit shy, but his friend Patch wasn't. "Muddy Paws, why don't you go and play outside with your friends till it's time for school?" said Ben. Ben opened the door and the 3 puppies chased each other round and round the garden. Muddy Paws loved having new friends to play with. The 3 puppies found a big puddle. Splish! Droopy tiptoed in up to the bottom of his ears. Splash! Muddy Paws jumped in up to his tummy. Splosh! Patch jumped in up to his collar. Then it was time to start the class. The first lesson was sitting. "Sit!" Droopy sat. "Sit!" Muddy Paws rolled over. "Oh, Muddy Paws," chuckled Ben. "Good try, but not quite right yet." "Sit!" Patch shook water all over the place. The second lesson was fetching. Everyone had brought a pair of rolled up socks for their puppies to fetch. Fetch! Muddy Paws and his new friends galloped off together. Droopy picked up his socks. Muddy Paws picked up his socks too. Patch pounced on his sock and it unrolled and went up into the air and landed on Muddy Paws' head. Muddy Paws and Droopy happily trotted back together. "Good boy," laughed Ben. "You fetched your socks and now you look just like your friend." Before the end of class, the teacher wanted to try the sitting lesson again. "Sit!" Droopy sat. "Sit!" Muddy Paws woofed happily, but he did not sit. "Sit!" Patch chased his tail. He didn't like to sit still. Ben thought he'd give it one last try. "Come on, Muddy Paws, you can do it. Sit!" said Ben. Just then, Patch ran over to find his sock, but his lead got tangled around Ben's legs. Ben fell over onto his bottom with a great big bump. And because Ben was sitting down, Muddy Paws sat down. And because their friend Muddy Paws was sitting down, Droopy and Patch sat down too. "Hooray!" cheered Ben. "You did it!" When it was time to go home, Muddy Paws was a little bit sad to say goodbye to his friends Droopy and Patch. "Don't worry, Muddy Paws," said Ben. "You'll see them again next week." And with a happy goodbye woof, Muddy Paws headed back home with Ben, his best friend of all.